Hello everybody, back again with another video. I honestly didn't realize that people were watching this channel, so thank you guys so very much, and I'll try to be more consistent with these videos. Alright, so today the topic that I would like to get into is things I wish I had known before college. So I know that a few people, and please excuse the road noises here. I know that a few people are, on their way to college, just trying to figure it all out and everything. And there's just a few tips that I wish I had known before I embarked on my collegiate journey and everything. So, for one thing, people, it was my experience. Well, I watched my peers, not my personal experience, but a lot of people who grew up maybe who were previously sheltered or who didn't have a lot of freedom from their parents, freedom to go out and date or, maybe hang out with their friends as much. I perceive that a lot of those kids kind of went a little wild and crazy. It's the first real taste of freedom, as an adult, at least, typically here in the US. So a lot of people kind of abused that freedom. Another thing I would say is, don't feel bad about going to community college. You don't have to go to a big prestigious school if you can't afford to do that. If your school's not paid for, it's not a scholarship or anything like that. There's no need for that. It's the same degree. Cal State's the same degree as a UC or a state school. It's the same degree. So don't throw yourself into debt. Some people are in debt, because of student loans they took out to pay for their undergraduate degree, and the jobs they get with those degrees cannot pay off the debt that they accumulated, as students. So just keep that in mind. Don't, as a general rule in life, do not get yourself into more debt than you can afford to pay out. Some of those people will be paying that debt for the rest of their lives. So, you don't want to be under. It's better to go to a community college, and you can actually take all of your GEs there at a community college, and it's way cheaper. And, looking back, that's what I wish I had done. And so, I'm not in debt now, thank the Lord, but, I'm not in debt, but at all, but it would have been better to actually, in retrospect, just go to a community college first, knock those GEs out of the way, and, kind of figure out the path, educational path that you want to take. And then you can go from there. Once you get that AA degree, you can go ahead and transfer to a 4-year university with little to no debt. So that's pretty awesome, guys. It's the same degree. So I'd highly recommend that. And also, there's a lot of trades at a community college that you can learn within 2 years. You can have a skilled career or a job if you don't want to do the 4-year thing, because a lot of people have 4-year degrees and with no skill, and they're out here doing jobs that do not require a degree because their degree was not directly applicable to the workforce, because it did not provide them with a skill or a trade. So I would say community college is also a good place to learn a skill or a trade, such as nursing. There's welding classes. You can get a certificate in that, or even a degree. There's HVAC. There's the heating, conditioning, that whole system. I'm not sure what the acronym stands for. You can learn to be a pilot also, at community college. These classes, you guys, are affordable. If you want to do performing arts, there's a lot of dance options there, acting options, singing, whatever you would like to do. You can learn it at a community college at a fraction of the price as a university. It's just so amazing. I wish I'd, discovered it when I was a bit younger. But at the time, I was in AP classes in high school, and the counselors and the teachers kind of steered us towards the university path. And there's no shame in going to community college, guys. Let's just be realistic. There's no shame. There's there's like an air of prestige, about university, but a lot of those people are paying through the nose, now for that prestige, and they're not where they want to be. So I would highly suggest thinking about that. I know a lot of people don't like that. They don't want to live at home or anything like that. But think about the long term. There's so many trades that you can learn at a community college. So I don't want to go on about my love of community college, but you can learn a skilled trade there in 2 years, and just don't waste your time there. A lot of people stay there and they don't have any goals, and don't get caught up in the mix. Yes, another thing about college is studying. It sounds like a no-brainer, right? Well, not actually. But, yeah, one thing that I wish I had known about studying is not everyone can study at home or in their bedroom or in their living room. And for me, that was the case. I'm not one of those people, like my roommates, when I was in college, they were able to study with a whole headset on and like music blaring and everything. I'm like, how do you concentrate like that? But they were able to do that. They had like that ability. But for me, I tend to get easily distracted. So for me, going to the library is key to passing for me any class. So make sure you dedicate that time. The library is just so peaceful and quiet, and there's not a lot of distractions there. So for me, and for probably a lot of students, you must be in the library kind of if you want to succeed. And I would, on the first day that you get the syllabus of your classes, I would just go through the syllabus, and maybe if you have a little calendar, and write down when everything is due, and knock those assignments on out, one assignment at a time. Don't focus on too many things at once. Or you tend to get overwhelmed. So that's one thing, if anything, that I take away from college that college taught me, was they say it teaches you time management, which I found to be very true. I think this applies universally to life. Take things one step at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. Otherwise, you can get derailed, from just being overwhelmed. Just if you have a plan, a goal, stick to it and stick with one thing at a time. Another thing about college is, well, I think I mentioned this earlier, but have discipline. Don't let yourself get crazy out of control. At times, college is a new time to have fun and everything, but don't go crazy with it. A lot of people make decisions in college or in their 20s, that affect them for the rest of their lives. And that could be good or bad. And I feel like the 20s is very valuable it taught me a lot. But, I guess it's the decade of regrets. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so college. And another thing about college, I would say, get involved. It's way more fun if you get involved. If there's anything that interests you, like they have a jujitsu club, for example, or a karate club, boxing club, singing club, anything, a cultural club, food, movie club, anything that you might have an interest in, please get involved and join that. It's college, you get the most out of your experience when you join in clubs that you have an interest in. It's so much more fun. And yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, but also, I would advise people to get focus on a major that's attainable for them, but where they can make money from. Like, otherwise it's kind of a waste of time, because just getting a random generic degree without a plan for afterwards as to how you're going to use that. Look up career paths for your degree, before you really pursue that. Because for me, I kind of went to the liberal arts route, and it was not a good decision in my opinion. It made me smarter and wiser overall than I was before, but I could not. That did not directly translate to, you know, earning more money or having an income after college. You know, so, and I'm just trying to help people, you know, based on that failure. But now I'm back in school, getting a trade at community college. So that's why I kind of like harp on community college a lot. But it's really great. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions or any topics you would like me to cover, I hope this was helpful, you guys. Thank you guys so much. God bless you, and see you in the next video. Bye.